I also don't. I'd like your thoughts on this, Zach, but I don't like how they've used Manzardo. They called him up, and he's not started 3 of the last 5 games. I mean, he's a young player. He's your best hitting prospect. You have all but 2 hitters in your active lineup outside of Jose. I'll say Jimenez, so 3, and Naylor. Like nobody else is hitting. So why is my top prospect sitting 3 of the last 5 games? How is he supposed to get some consistency and comfort if he's not playing every day?
So 2 things. One, I do think if he starts to just get comfortable and hit a little bit more, I think that'll change. I also think he won't be hitting 8th or 9th. Like we've seen, Rocchio had a couple nice games and then he was in the leadoff spot.
Yeah.
There are not enough hitters going well to prevent someone from moving up in the lineup quickly. I do think the issue they're running into is that they want to keep Jose Ramirez off his feet at least once a week. And so when you do that, he's DHing, Naylor's at first, there's nowhere for Manzardo to play. That's why they're testing him out in the outfield a little bit during pregame drills. I don't know that you're going to see him out there immediately, but I think they want to find a way to get him a little more versatile just so it might be an option. And they're just, the way this organization operates, like they're going to ease him in against lefties. So I think it is difficult because you're right. It's catch-22 here. You want him to get in a groove, but doesn't he need to play 6 times a week to get in a groove?
Yeah. And I move him up in the lineup just to give him the protection. If you believe in the talent, which they clearly do, and he's clearly talented, give him some protection in the lineup. Let's it's not like some of these other guys.
Is there protection in this lineup aside from who's hitting 3rd and 4th?
I put him in the 2 spot. I don't care. Let's go. Let's see what he's got. I mean, hit Jimenez 1, hit him 2, and then go Ramirez there. He's our best prospect. He's our best hitter. Let's see what he's got. Throw him right in there. They're so scared to do that. It drives me crazy sometimes.
I know, they call these guys up and they're training wheels until they're like teenagers, and then finally they can ride a 2-wheel bike. Yeah, I know the minors is AAA in the major leagues. Everyone in baseball, especially this year, is saying the gap has never been wider between the 2 levels.
Right.
And even if that's true, he proved all he needed to prove at AAA.
Yeah.
He hits for power. He hit lefties this year.
Yeah.
He can take it the other way. Like there's nothing he's not capable of at the plate. And worst case scenario, like he also draws a lot of walks. So he should have a reasonably high on base percentage if you want to hit him higher. And I'm with you. Like there's every day I see the lineup and he's not in it. I'm like, you sure there's a better option there?
Right. And if Rocchio, Freeman, and Florial can hit leadoff, then why can't Manzardo hit too? I mean, it just, and like you said, I mean, to me, and it's also tricky because their better hitters are at the same positions, but like David Fry, as you said, has earned kind of almost, and I don't care if can he play, he played the outfield the other day. And if he could manage the outfield, then I'm letting him play more because he's probably been their 4th, 5th best hitter.
Maybe 3rd, 2nd. I mean,
you're right.
Kwan, Naylor, and him.
Yeah.
And then Jose lately. Yeah. Again, that's an example of like, this guy was just supposed to hit lefties.
Yeah.
And bounce around, like catch once a week, play first once a week. But he's passed every test.
Yep.
So keep giving him more.
Yes.
Put him in the lineup 5-6 days a week. He's proven, I mean, he can play corner outfield, corner infield, catcher. Like that versatility is really valuable.
Yes.
And as we talked about earlier, I mean, if Bo Naylor keeps struggling at the plate and you want to kind of limit his opportunities, and Fry's the perfect guy to take more of the bulk of the reps there.
Yeah. Well, hopefully they'll listen to us, Zach, because we know what we're doing here. And
they usually do.
Yeah, probably. By the way, have the Guardians been vindicated at all that Nolan Jones and Will Benson have not been very good this year? Is that or not? I don't know.
Well, I mean, Juan Brito's hit a home run 3 straight days and finally pushed his average at AAA up over 200.
Yeah.
But he's off to a rough start too. It's so funny because we always, the thing to do in sports these days is you have to grade everything immediately. I know we talked about this, but like the NFL draft. Oh, I give this an A, even though I've never seen this guy play and go up against offensive linemen who are 6'8", 380 pounds and have made 9 Pro Bowls. And with trades, we do the same thing. And I remember the Mike Clevenger trade to San Diego in 2020. They got back 6 players. And at first, it was like the Padres had this incredible farm system, and you didn't get any of their top prospects.
Right.
And so everyone at first was slamming the trade. Then Clevenger gets hurt.
Yeah.
Josh Naylor looks great. Gabe Arias is this hotshot prospect. Owen Miller's crushing it at AAA. You have Joey Cantillo, Cal Quantrill's one of your better starting pitchers. And everyone's like, this is the greatest trade, the biggest heist in baseball history. Yeah. And then it changes again because Quantrill stinks and Arias stinks and Cantillo hasn't developed and Owen Miller flamed out. Like, we have to give it time.
That's right.
Because these things fluctuate all over the place.
Right.
I remember the Trevor Bauer trade was the same thing with Franmil Reyes. It ended up that every player involved in that trade flopped. Bauer won a Cy Young Award in 2020 with the Reds. But, and that's, I mean, there was like 12 starts. But like everyone in that trade flopped.
Yeah.
So it's the same thing here. Like last year, it was like, I can't believe they traded Nolan Jones. People are putting him on all-star projection lists for 2024. He's off to a terrible start, now on the injured list, and Juan Brito also struggling at AAA. So we got to give these more time.
That's true. By the way, Cal Quantrill's actually pitched well the last couple of weeks, all of a sudden for the Rockies.